Craig, how you been, man?
Good. How about you?
Did you go to the Olympia?
I did.
How was it, man?
It was good.
Did you
I mean, it was okay. It's not like it used to be. It was kind of dead and slow and definitely not like it used to be. But it was okay.
what did you think about the results, man? Your predictions came true.
I was on point except number four. I got one, two, three, and five right.
You did. That was crazy.
I didn't know where the hell Hunter came in. I didn't expect that.
How crazy is that? Hunter and Nick Walker. Wow, what improvements.
I think Walker had him.
Oh yeah?
I was there. I watched the show. I was right up there. Walker had that freaky grainy conditioning, and he was bigger. Maybe it was just more of a shape issue. I don't know. I don't know what the judges were looking for.
I mean, Hunter Labrada deserves to be like called the bodybuilder of the year for that. I mean, that's crazy.
That was big. That was pretty big. That's what she said.
But for real, they're absolutely amazing, right? Fourth place, I mean, that's huge.
That is pretty freaking huge. I'm not gonna lie.
I mean, obviously Brandon Curry did amazing. I think Brandon Curry did amazing too. I think a lot of people, well, not you specifically, but I think a lot of people maybe like were discounting him at that point.
I had Curry at second. Um, I mean, he was right up there with Rami. You know, he just has that amazing symmetry.
It's funny, a lot of people said that Hadi could have won it. What did you think about that?
He was the most conditioned guy on stage, but frame wise, he was beatable.
Oh, yeah?
Yes.
Interesting. What about Nick Walker? I mean, that was also great. Number fifth spot is, I mean, that's big.
He was pretty conditioned too.
What did you think about his, I mean, I think he said something like, it's just the beginning. You know what I mean? Like fifth place is a big
It
accomplishment to
is.
some, but for him, it's just the
It,
beginning.
it is just the beginning for him. It looks like him and Hunter are going to be battling out now for the two young bucks.
I know, right? So, I mean, do you think one of them can win the Olympia next year, or do you think Rami's going to stay?
Damn, man. That's a good one. I think Rami was actually more conditioned in 2013 than he was this year. I saw some pictures um, that people posted, and I was mind blown how he looked more shredded. I think Rami can still take it, man, but he has to do better than he did this year. I think he cut it close with all the other guys. I think they were right under his tail.
I see. Because Rami also made a statement that he's going to hold on to the title for some time now.
He
I mean,
could.
obviously, I mean that's the way they should believe in that. Obviously,
As
they
long as
should.
he's not off, as long as he's not off, it's easy for Rami to come off. He's been off so many times, but he started getting a lot more straight, and we're seeing a better, leaner Rami. And another thing I've noticed is a lot of people don't know this about Rami, but he's lots, he's downsized some too, from back in the day. So that was actually better for him because now it's showing more symmetry and he's not as blocky. So that actually helped him getting smaller. As crazy as that sounds.
Yeah, it's funny. You took a picture with him right after he won, and then you tried
Yeah,
you out angling him or something.
we're on the same team.
Right, right.
Supplement
Enhanced.
team.
Hmm.
And we were at a photo shoot. And he was just right there, and we talked for a little bit, and I was like, I don't really out angle anymore, like because of my arm. My tricep is smaller, so I can obviously my arms are still big. Well, yeah, but they're not like they were. They're not as big as they were. So I haven't really been doing the out angle thing, a lot. So, but when you get Rami right there, everyone's always wanted to see us side by side. So I thought, even though I'm wearing a hoodie and stuff and he's depleted, it'd still be cool to get a cool little pic with him. So that was kind of cool, man. I posted it and, I knew a lot of people would say some funny things, but,
You definitely out angled him in that shot.
yeah, I got the angle for sure. I always try to get the angle though, but if anybody wanted a picture with me at Olympia this year, if they came up to me and they said, "Can I get a picture?" I automatically the deal was you out angled me, so I would go back and let them out angle me. That was the whole thing I did with all the pictures I took. So if you see a picture of me floating around at Olympia, the deal was you out angle me. So I thought that was kind of funny.
Wow, that's interesting.
Yeah.
How come you wanted to do that? You just wanted to give him a shot, a fair shot.
I mean, no, like I said, it's mostly the injury thing. I don't really like out angling anymore. You know, So it's more of just the injury, man.
So what do you think about the 212? That was very interesting to me, right? Derek Lunsford beat Sean Clarita for the first spot.
I think Derek had it. I think Derek has a crazier physique. The other guy, you know, he's pretty round, you know, for sure. But I always liked Derek. I always thought Derek had that sick looking, like, aesthetic mass monster look. I actually talked to him when he was in Vegas last time. We talked for a little bit. He's a really, really cool dude on top of it.
Yeah, he's amazing. I did an interview with him actually today. He's a great guy, you know, very, very respectful, you know, has a lot of insights. But what's interesting about it, right? You mentioned that he looked more like a mass monster on stage. Because I thought, well, it's my opinion, but I thought it was more like almost like classic looking, you know?
I thought it was a mix. I think if Classic had sex with a mass and they had a baby, that was Derek.
It's funny you said. You know, it's interesting. Like, it's one of those things where they're so different. Sean Clarita and him, like the body types, so different, right? So I was wondering, like, which way the judges will go on that one. You know what I'm saying?
Well, I think they made a good choice.
But it's almost like a matter of, I guess, I mean, it's almost like, I don't know, it's obviously an objective decision, but it's almost like which way would they lean towards? Because objectively, like, it's so hard to make that decision between those two.
I have no clue what the judges are looking for, man. I'm confused. I mean, if you look at the top 5 in the Olympia Open, you got like the mass, then second was like the aesthetics, then third was the shred, then fourth was Hunter, you know, kind of like, you know, aesthetic, lean, you know, and then fifth was mass again. So it's just like all over the place, you know, like it's hard to tell what the judges are looking for.
And I guess that's a lot of fans, I guess, online, you know, they kind of like trying to get the same type of answer, like what is the criteria? They keep asking what is the criteria, but I mean, I feel like for the men's open, the criteria is basically size and condition, right? You got to have mass, but you also have to bring the condition at the same time, right? That's
a little bit of symmetry too, man. They like that small waist.
Right. So would you consider the Rami then he delivered on that criteria when it comes to like small? So he did it then.
Yeah. I I saw Rami 2 feet in front of me in posing trunks. You know, at the photo shoot, and he is definitely aesthetically pleasing. A lot of people will just say he's a big, you know, some haters will say, oh, he's just really big and he has no symmetry. But, you know, he has, what I saw with my own 2 eyes, he had the small waist, the legs were massive, arms were big. And, you know, that's what bodybuilding is all about. You know, like I said, I was right there, you know, like 2 feet in front of me, you know, like literally giving me a show.
What about Chris Bumstead, the classic? He got 3-peat, 3 years in a row. It's incredible.
Yeah. Well deserved.
I feel like it's amazing because I always said in interviews, like I always considered Breon to be an unbeatable force, and now it seems like Chris Bumstead is that unbeatable force. You know,
Chris is going to be taking it a while.
Yeah,
I don't think anyone's going to be taking it from him. You know, this is what I'm guessing. You know, I could put money on this that Chris is probably going to stop competing in a couple of years because he's going to be making so much money. He's going to be like, or F this S. Can I swear?
Go ahead. Just say what you want to say, man.
He's going to be like, why am I competing and being miserable? I mean, you hear him talk all the time. Like, if you follow him, I don't follow him, but I go look at his stuff from time to time. And I watch his YouTube videos sometimes, too. I love YouTube. And he does a lot about how miserable he is. He will say it, I'm miserable. He admits to crying, giving up all the time. And then he'll say, like, his fans are what keeps him going. So why would he want to keep on doing that if he's making all this freaking money? He just literally became partner in a supplement company that's doing well. So, you know, I think a couple more years, you know, once all that money's rolling, then he's going to be like, I don't need to do this. You know, I'm sitting banking, you know, kind of like me, man. Obviously, never, ever by any means killed it in competing, not even close. But, you know, I was just like done with it too. Like, why am I doing this? Like, you know, I could make money doing other, you know.
For sure. Yeah, it's I was going to ask you, what do you think is going to happen to him? Because like, he's definitely got 3 titles already, right?
I just said it. He's going to compete a couple more times and then just throw away the towel and just live rich and happy.
So when you were at the Olympia, right? Obviously, and we spoke about that on last episode, where untimely passing of George Peterson happened literally 2 days before the Olympia, right?
Yes.
What kind of aura were people concerned about it? Were people talking about it? What was going on there?
I mean, I heard it a few times, but I was just kind of in my little circle, but they did a whole thing at the Olympia for him.
Yeah.
A little show.
Mm-hmm.
It was sad.
Do you think? I don't know. This obviously death happens all the time, right? We hear about it constantly. But do you think this one will hit different in any way, or will affect the bodybuilding community in any way?
I mean, whether it was him or any of the other people we lost recently, a life is a life, no matter who you are. We lost a lot of great people recently, and I feel like everyone is the same. They're all bodybuilders. They're all not well known. I just feel like nothing's really going to change. Everyone's still going to bodybuild. Everyone's still going to take supplementation. Everyone's still going to take diuretics. It's just going to keep on going. No one's going to get scared and stop. I mean, that's life. Everyone, when you're obsessed with bodybuilding, you'll do whatever it takes. And if that means, losing your life, it means losing your life. People are addicted to it, and, it's a lifestyle, and it's all we know. And, if something happens, something happens.
No, and I agree with you. Every life is precious, of course. I just meant
Yeah.
like, obviously this just happened right before the big competition. You know what I'm saying? That's why I was.
Yeah. I'm curious as to what happened, but we have to wait to get the real results.
Well, it seems like Arnold Schwarzenegger wasn't waiting. He made a newsletter actually they put out this weekend. It was covering a lot of different things, but to summarize it all, he was saying that he was kind of asking his fans to like, what is the solution here? He was saying, should we be supporting more drug testing in bodybuilding, or should we support smaller organizations that promote natural bodybuilding? He was kind of like, it wasn't like a specific solution. It was more like he was trying to get people to contribute.
They used to, and it's unbelievable that they did this and they stopped, but I don't know if you guys know, but they actually took away Sean Ray's title. I believe it was to Arnold, for failing a diuretic test. They need to bring that back, if it continues. I mean, like if it starts to chill out, whatever. But if it continues, man, maybe they should bring back that test.
They can test specifically just for diuretics.
Yeah.
Interesting. I heard something like that before. I heard actually there was a few people that this happened to, and throughout the years, especially in like late '90s and early 2000s, I heard about that.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I mean, if they bring that back, I mean, I don't know what's gonna happen. And I wonder if other people, like when somebody got penalized, if other people were just able to pass the test as opposed to actually, not use the diuretics at that time,
Yeah.
I don't know. I went to actually Atlantic City last weekend. I went to see the Mr. America competition, which is a natural show. It was basically natural. What's that?
I said that's cute.
Come on, man. Listen, I respect all bodybuilding. Honestly, I mean, people work hard. I know.
Yeah, no.
I know.
I'm for natural bodybuilding. I've coached many people for natural bodybuilding shows, and there's nothing wrong with it. It's hard. They're putting in the same work as all these other guys. They're just not juicing. I have them doing the same food, the same training. Like, there ain't no shortcuts, man. They're doing the work.
Absolutely, and that's what I was gonna say. There was a lot of hardworking men and women out there, and they put a lot on the line to get their titles. And obviously they don't get the same attention, as I don't want to call it enhanced bodybuilders because let's call it untested bodybuilders, right? They don't get the same publicity, I would say. However, I feel like it's definitely good to support both. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like the more attention. You like, let's say you talking about it right now, the more attention people give to them, at the very least, it promotes, different side of things. And, especially for the younger generation, right, to get into the sport of bodybuilding, I think it's a good opportunity,
Yeah, absolutely.
So on my end, I feel like it's none of that is bad. I feel like it should be actually more camaraderie between all types of bodybuilding as opposed to like just shaming everybody, like, because I see what's happening a lot of times. It's like, you know, a lot of the natural bodybuilders that say, you know, they call people juice heads all the time, right? And then on the other side, it's like, well, nobody wants to see you anyway. You know, you get a lot of that back and forth, and I just feel like it's not productive, you know.
Hey, if you love it, do it. You know, and if you love it a lot, negativity won't mean to you. You see, I get negativity too, and I just brush it off because I don't care because I love what I do. You know, and that goes for natural bodybuilders. You know, if someone's gonna, you know, nobody wants to see you anyway. Well, who cares? Because that's what they love to do, and if they love to do it, then they'll do it, and they'll enjoy, you know, the determination, the dedication, everything it takes, you know, to do that, and they'll enjoy the ride, and they won't care what anyone says.
I agree with you, man. I like the way you handle the haters. You know what I'm saying? You really literally never give it any type of none of that bothers you, right, at all. Like you really mastered that skill.
Kind of funny how that works, man. Like even when you guys posted the picture of me and Rami, it got a lot of you know, got a lot of traffic, and I knew it would. You know, that's why it was cool that you guys posted it. You know, people love the gossip, so I thought that was a great gossip picture. And you know, I'm not here claiming I'm bigger than Rami. You know, I'm just love looking huge next to other dudes. Like that's my thing. I just like looking massive, and you know, everyone's always wanted to see a side by side. But one dude was like, you know, you guys aren't even on the same level. And then I was just like being funny, you know, I replied back and I was just like, dude, you know what? I'm trying to get on your level, you know? What do I got to do? Like Krispy Kreme, Mickey D's. I didn't write that part, but, and then he replied back like, oh no, dude, I'm just messing. You both are the man. Or, you know what I mean? That's what I'm trying to say. Like sometimes people hate. And then when you reply back, they're like, oh, he replied. He's cool.
Right.
They change what they say. You know,
yeah.
It happens, dude. Even sometimes when haters leave me comments on my picture, like I'll get a guy like, you know, like you look like, and I'd be like, hey, bro, be careful, all right? I'm trying to get to that 9K level. You're like, just joking, man. You're the shit, you know, like. So you know, sometimes people just, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Do it to see if you'll get to get a rise out of you, and then when they see you answering, they're like, "Whoa, that's cool! You actually answered." Like they do a 180 on your ass, you know?
Absolutely, man. It's a crazy world we live in, man. So what you got going on for the rest of the weekend this weekend,
bro? I'm the type of guy, dude. I just go day by day. Today is just legs. I cleaned the house already. It's looking 9K, beautiful. Play with the pup a little bit, you know, eat. I live a very chill life, man. That's about it, bro. What about you?
I'm actually going to California for some filming.
Oh, who are you filming?
Yeah, we're filming a documentary of Bradley Martin, so we got some stuff planned for next week.
Oh, Bradley Martin?
Yeah.
Still never even met that guy. People say we look like brothers too.
You gotta meet him, man. I can't believe you not met him.
Yeah, he's killing it in the game too, man. Him, C-Bomb, you know, Cutler, you know, those are the people that are killing it, man, you know?
Absolutely. All right, cool, man. Well, hopefully, you know, maybe I'll stop by Vegas on the way back so we can link up.
Hey, let me know, man. Whatever you want to do, I'm here.
All right, brother. Great seeing you, man. Be safe.
You too, man.
Take care, bro.
Later, brother.